Candidates, both of the candidates' surrogates, lots of reaction coming in. We're also standing by for the exclusive results of our CNN ORC poll of voters in Ohio. We're going to get that momentarily. Stand by for that. First official, not official, but poll results. Scientific poll that we've got. You're going to get those results momentarily. David Chalian will be with us for that. The big question of the night, what did undecided voters think about Donald Trump's answer to the question about the leaked tape? Pamela Brown watched the debate with a group of these voters. We're about to show you what they thought. While you watch, look at the bottom of your screen. If the lines go up, voters liked the answer. If the lines go down, they didn't like the answer. Men's responses are in green, women in yellow. Here's Donald Trump's response.
Just for the record, though, are you saying that what you said on that bus 11 years ago, that you did not actually kiss women without consent or grope women without consent?
I have great respect for women. Nobody has more respect for women than I do.
So for the record, you're saying you never did that?
I said things that, frankly, you hear these things I said, and I was embarrassed by it. But I have tremendous respect for women.
Have you ever done those things?
Women have respect for me. And I will tell you, no, I have not. And I will tell you that I'm going to make our country safe.
Pamela, these voters didn't seem to like his answer.
Yeah, as you saw, they're very strong reactions from these 29 undecided voters from the Ohio State University. So let's get straight to them to see what their reaction was when Donald Trump defended himself against that Access Hollywood video. What did you think, Barb, when you heard what he had to say?
I find it hard to believe whatever he says. He just doesn't seem to be a truthful person.
And you have two sons, and you had sort of a visceral reaction to what he said in defense of that video and what he was saying in that video. What did you think?
Well, I just feel that everyone has placed all of the accent upon young women and how we should protect them. We are equal citizens. I would hope that my sons would not talk like he did, and I have tried to raise them not to act that way.
Well, it's interesting because he reiterated in his defense that this is locker room banter, that this is just words. What do you think, Larry? Did that resonate with you?
No, because that's not locker room talk. And for a 59-year-old man to claim that that's locker room talk, I think is offensive to the young men who are out playing sports and doing the right thing. To me, it's pure and simple as sexual assault. And he should be held accountable for his thinking and actions of sexual assault.
So to you, that is not just locker room banter?
That's not at 59 years old especially. I don't know any 59-year-olds who are in locker rooms.
Okay, so I just want to get quickly a show of hands. Who thought that Donald Trump did enough to put that controversy surrounding the tape behind him? Raise your hand if you think he did enough tonight in defense. Okay. And there were some positive reactions when Hillary Clinton actually spoke after Donald Trump defended himself against that video. Let's take a listen to what she had to say during the debate.
So this is who Donald Trump is. And the question for us, the question our country must answer, is that this is not who we are. That's why, to go back to your question, I want to send a message, we all should, to every boy and girl, and indeed to the entire world, that America already is great, but we are great because we are good.
America's great. All right, so I want to ask you, what was it about Hillary Clinton's argument that resonated with you following Donald Trump's defense of the video?
She stated that America is already great, and I tend to agree with that. Though we are slow in progressing in a number of areas, we are progressing, and we need to continue the momentum.
What about you? What did you think about Hillary Clinton's argument, the way that she reacted, particularly when he brought up Bill Clinton's past and the allegations against him? What did you think?
I think that she tried to clarify that, you know, they weren't the same, that what Donald Trump had done was she had talked about her children and other people's children and daughters, and that it was uncalled for, and he should not have done it, and didn't feel that his apology was sincere.
And it's interesting because she largely sort of stayed away from going there. Do you think that was a smart move? Raise your hand if you think that was a smart move. And raise your hand if you think it was a smart move for Donald Trump to bring that up, if that was fair game. Why do you think that?
Well, I think, if everything's out on the table, then everything's fair game. Is it apples to apples? Absolutely not. But I don't think in these debates it just doesn't ever seem like anything's off the table.
All right, so I'm going to get a show of hands now. The big question, who do you think won this debate? Hillary Clinton? Raise your hand if you think Hillary Clinton won tonight's debate. Okay, raise your hand if you think Donald Trump won this debate. Okay, so clearly there are some of you who thought this was a draw. Raise your hand if you think tonight's debate was a draw. All right, there you go. There you have it, Wolf. Mixed response. And coming up, we're going to talk about what they thought and who they're going to vote for. These undecided voters, if any of them cemented their vote after listening to tonight's debate, you won't want to miss that.
Hillary Clinton is now speaking to reporters aboard her aircraft. I want to listen in.